Hey guys, it's Caleb with Stain and Seal Experts. We're out here. We're going to try out this Deck Boss brush today. We've already got all the wraps cut in all the way around the deck, and we're using our mahogany Stain and Seal Experts stain. It's an oil-based stain, so we really need a brush that'll hold a lot of stain, and we've heard good things about the Deck Boss, so we're going to give it a shot today. I don't think this brush was designed for railings. Maybe I'm wrong, but we used a 4-inch brush on all of this. We're going to use this Deck Boss on the floor. So come on over here and we'll take a look at it. So it's a pretty expensive brush. It's like 40 bucks to get one. We ordered these off Amazon. Comes with a few goodies. Looks like a paint can opener and a beard brush if you got a beard. But anyways, here's the brush. I want you to look at how thick it is. It's a really thick brush, and it should hold a lot of product. I'm gonna stick it on a pole and give it a shot, but that's it. It weighs God, it's got to weigh close to a pound, so it's a pretty heavy brush, and hopefully it will hold up pretty good. I'm hoping it's not a one-time use, but let's get staining. Let's go. All right, there's 3 things you got to have on every stain job if you're doing oil-based stain. You got to have some way to put it on. We got the Deck Boss on a pole here. Coffee, black coffee, you got to have that. And come over here and check this out. If you get in a bad spot and you don't have a degreaser handy, this bleach white is a great thing to get oil-based stain off of window panes, window seals, doors, downspouts, stuff like that, or even brick. So it's good to have on hand if you mess up. So let's get started. See how this thing works. My main concern is whether or not this brush is going to do the cracks. It doesn't hold as much stain as I thought it would. You'll notice I'm dragging the brush away from the brick because I don't want to fling it up and get it all over that brick, since we're not masking anything today. This is a really heavily pigmented, semi-transparent oil-based stain. Our company makes it, Stain and Seal Experts. We got so sick of deck stains lasting 6 months or a year, and we wanted something that actually worked for long term, because we got to warranty this stuff. So you'll notice these stains are really heavy in color. They don't leave lap marks and runs, you know, the typical stuff that you want, all the good stuff and none of the bad. So right off I can see this is definitely not as fast as spraying, but it's getting the cracks, which I like. So, not a bad thing. Doing a pretty good area there. Yeah, it's not holding a lot of stain. Not as much as I thought it would. So it's not the fastest thing in the world. It's not as fast as spraying, and it's really not as fast as rolling, but it does get the cracks pretty good. Sometimes I've got to take the brush on its side, hit them like that, but that's okay. So why don't you get in here a little close, zoom in on this last little square. We'll show them how much stain the brush holds. So I'm just going to dip the brush, just kind of rake it off a little bit. those cracks right up against that board there, the wrap board that's down up against the floor is pretty tough to get. Probably have to go back with those and get them with a hand brush. But overall, man, not a bad brush. If you look at the floor, the cracks are pretty good. You kind of got to do this in some spots. But overall, it's not bad. Put on enough stain. Can say it definitely put on enough stain. So overall, I don't know if it's the greatest thing in the world, but it's definitely probably the best stain brush I've used for decks so far. So we'll see. All that's missing is the brush doing it for you. So here you go. All right, this is the finished product with a Deck Boss brush. It's a really heavily pigmented, semi-transparent, oil-based deck stain. Stain and Seal Experts is the brand. It's a treated pine deck. And we had two bad sap spots right here where the stain doesn't want to penetrate. The sap sometimes sits on the surface and it's almost like a glue. So what we do at the end of the job is we'll leave some pigment off the bottom of the bucket sitting right on top of those sap spots. And see what happens, then we'll wipe it up. There's another little sap spot right there that we couldn't get rid of, but that's the nature of this new treated pine that is so common. But that's it. That's the Deck Boss. Looks like it did a pretty good job for us. I'm satisfied, so there you go.
Here's a few more projects we've completed with the Deck Boss brush, and we love the Deck Boss. It's a fast, great brush, and we've got one on every crew now. If you want to try out the Deck Boss, you can get it online. If you want to try out some of our great fence and deck stains, go to stainandsealexperts.com. You can get those there. And if you want to learn how to run the staining business, all the tips and tricks that we've learned and so many others are using, go to staininguniversity.com. Check out the groups and maybe even think about joining the mastermind if you want to take it to the next level. Thanks.